Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, back to the video. So today we're going to be doing some juicy box braids using colored hair. But before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you do not miss out on any more of my videos. Alright, so first things first, I start off by sectioning the hair from the bottom up. So my client is a little bit tender-headed, so I'm making sure that I'm being very careful about combing her hair and the parting and separating of the hair. And so the hair that we're using is the Sensational Expressions hair. So what I do is I split it up into two pieces and I wrap it around like so. If you want to see a full tutorial on how to taper braiding hair so you do not get those blunt, messy ends, I'll leave a card up above and I'll leave the link in the description box for you to go ahead and watch the video. So next what I do is I take the crossed hair and I attach it to the roots of the client's hair. So what I mean by this is that I hold it by the middle strand and then I hold it along with her hair and then wrap one strand around the hair. So now to make the parts a little bit more neater, you can go ahead and use some jam for this. So I just take a little bit of jam and apply it to the roots and comb it out with the comb so that it could be nice and sleek. And here I'm showing you exactly what I do with the hair. So I wrap it and then I take the hair and the middle part, press it down, wrap one of the strands around it, and then I basically grab a piece of her natural hair into the middle strand and then I start braiding down. And so if you need this to be played again, I'm gonna go ahead and show it as the video continues, so make sure you keep watching. So another method that you can use to attach the extensions to the hair is to go with the cornrow method. So basically it would be as if you are about to start a cornrow with the extensions, but then you braid it out. And so here is what the bottom of the hair looks like. And since we're using colored hair, I'm gonna go ahead and show you my technique that I use to hide the natural hair color underneath the colored braids. So this is the same brand hair that we're using, but in a different color. And so I use the same method for every single braid. And so I'm gonna show you how to hide the natural hair color underneath the colored extensions. And so same method, once again, you want to wrap it at the root, and then it gets a little bit different once you start braiding. So once you start braiding, you want to take each strand of hair, of the extension hair that you use, you want to wrap it around the client's hair. And so you see that as I am braiding, I'm kind of like opening up the red extensions so that it can cover her natural hair, and so that way you don't see the black intermix into the red color as I'm braiding. And I believe this makes the braids look a little bit more neater when you hide the hair underneath the colored braids. And so I basically just repeat the same thing all the way down to the ends of her hair. So once I reach the end of the natural hair, then I can continue braiding as I would normally because there's no more hair to cover. And you see how the hair pops up underneath the braid. Okay, so this video is a special edition for all my tender-headed ladies out there. Get you a hairstylist that will not be tugging and pulling on your hair and making you cry, okay? And for the hairstylists out there, please have mercy, oh, have mercy on the tender-headeds, you know? You don't want to hurt them. So a tip that I use for making sure my tender-headed clients are not in pain is to first I moisturize the hair or I use some jam. And so when I am parting the hair, I use the tail end of the comb to part it, so that way it's not a lot of like tugging at the roots to just make them cry. Like, no, we're not doing none of that. So you really want to be gentle when you are braiding someone's hair who is tender-headed. Another thing to do if the hair is a bit tangled is you can either moisturize it or go ahead and just apply some more jam to the hair and then comb it out. And so here's another close-up of how I wrap the hair into threes, and I hold it in the middle and basically press it onto the hair that I am going to braid. So one thing that I realized is that the jam really helps to control the frizz and let the extension get a nice grip onto the root of the hair braid. And so here I'm not too worried about hiding the natural hair color because it's very similar to the color that we're using to braid. And so when you get pieces that try to jump into the next braid, what you can do is just use your finger to just separate the extra hair that is trying to fit the part. Just separate it out and continue braiding, so that way the parts do not look messy. And so with these braids, I braid it all the way to the end so that it looks seamless. And here's what it looks like. Alright, so we're done with all the braids, and the next step is one of the most important steps. It's to just go ahead and trim away the flyaway hairs. This allows the braids to look super neat once everything is done. So you just want to take it literally braid by braid and cut off any flyaway hair. And so now the most important part of this process is to dip the braids in hot water. So you want to do this so that way you can reduce the stiffness in the braids and then allow the braids to be more fluid once the client steps out of your chair. So basically I dip all the braids in hot water. And then I dip the towel in the bucket to use at the top of the head so that the braids are softened at the top as well. And so from there, I go ahead and cut off any extra flyaways that I may have missed. And then I go ahead and style the ends of the hair with some scissors. So I tend to like to cut it in like a V shape so that any strands that are straggly, I can just cut those off. And so this part is optional, but you can also use mousse to set the hair and give it that added shine and luster at the roots. And it can also help to ease the pain from the tightness of all that braiding. And so I just gently put the mousse into the roots of the hair and rub it onto the braids and then allow it to set and dry. And so that's it. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Oh, but lastly, you can also use the mousse to style and set any baby hairs that are left. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.